Hello. Quick video. So I just want to say that in the Western cult culture, it is like sorcery, magic are seen as negative things. So basically, moving a mountain is somehow seen as, um, blasphemy, right? So the problem is that all the modern translations are incorrect of the Bible. This word pharmakos, it has to do with scapegoating. And that's it's the most important lesson that you can learn, in my opinion, is this, scapegoating, but it is instead turned into the other thing, right? That if you do something impossible, then you are heretic, It's heresy, supposedly. And so, once again, it's like the opposite way around, because the actual texts, New Testament, written in Greek. So, and yeah, it fits to the Bible story also about scapegoating, which I have talked a lot about and written about also. Written something about it. So I just wanted to say that I know that it is it's not what people want to know. People don't want to know that this is wrong. Like the translation is wrong. It makes it feels like the ground is not stable, and yeah, I know. I mean, I don't feel that way, right? So funny, okay? Um, I know that it feels unstable when a translation, this basic, that you have the three magi, somehow magic is bad, but the three magi had wisdom, you know. How does that fit together? How does it work? Yeah. It is inconsistency. It is the lack of interest in truth, because it is like consistency implies truth, as I've been saying for a long time. And this is not what people want to know, what I'm saying. I'm going to also talk about something more. So yeah, this is very good to know, okay? And there is a lot of things to discover here that I have talked about and written about previously, which has to do with scapegoating. Okay, it's really important to reach a state of compassion. Okay, to yeah. Okay, I'll talk about something darker now. Um, the dark woods. So there is a way to handle handle, let's say people hurt you, okay? People hurt you. At least they hurt me. So what do you do? Well, I found something that I called it, what did I call it? I'm going to call it something else because it sounds so negative, but let's call it, wait a moment, I'll sit up. Okay. Call it fear. Fear. I'm thinking like fear breathing. There are breathing techniques, and I found something that I think is so good. Okay, and so I want to explain it to you. And what you do is that you put yourself into an environment that is scary intentionally, alone, right? You are by yourself, and you put yourself into a like controlled, scary environment. So what I do is that what I've done lately is to go into the dark forest, right, at the night. It's dark, right? And it is maybe a bit scary. So this is intentional, to put yourself into an environment that is scary. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, so what you do then is to um, we don't want to, I don't want to hate people. Instead, what I want to do is to but still there is something wrong. There's something going on. Something needs to be processed when it comes to people and their actions. So what I do is that I go into the, I've done it lately, right? I go into the woods. It's some kind of shadow work, but extreme, okay? But it's good, okay? Um so a scary environment, the scarier the better, it should be like that. And when then you think about this, you simply think about the people that hurt you, okay? That's all. Instead of forgetting what people do, and just removing it from your brain, instead of taking it away, the thing that is continuously hurting you or the person, you just forget about it, right? Some people do like that. Just forget about it. Instead of doing that, you try to focus on what did they do. Just in try to be objective. What did they do? Why did they do what they did? What was the lie? What was the let's say, yeah, things like that. How was it misleading, and things like that. Think clearly about what people are doing, okay? And then you don't put it out. You don't try to forget about it and deny it, or just simply let time heal the wound, you know, instead of letting time heal. You can meet it straight on. But as I see it, you need to be in a scary environment, okay? So what happens is that, as I see it, you're going to think about this, and suddenly the environment is no longer scary. And what I believe is happening is that the dark environment just, it is, I don't know how to say it, like everything is maybe an experience of you, right? Or of me. And so when I see this dark environment, or when I'm in it, it's my darkness that I'm seeing, and it's my fear, And but lately, I actually needed to have listen to some scary music also when I go. It's not scary enough, when I'm in the woods. So I try to make it a bit more scary. But the point is to confront those that hurt you inside of your mind, to not just let it be, but to instead let it face you. And when I see the darkness, it is my perception of the darkness. It's my mind, like I'm in the darkness and it's my mind somehow. And so what the people that hurt you, they get to meet your mind and your darkness. That's the point. That's why it should be a scary environment, because you process these negative events by slaying them, basically, in a fearful environment. You should really try it. When it comes to supernatural things, connections, those that leech onto life itself, those that like to suck things dry, they rely on your denial and your ability to just let time heal the wounds. But if there is another way to handle this, I think that's good. And when it comes to the supernatural, which, when it comes to the supernatural, I wouldn't be surprised that this battle that is going on in the woods or in the scary environment is a real battle where actually you slay those that hurt you, but inside of your mind, inside of this, you don't do it like you don't think like that. Okay, I'm not telling you to think like that. No, I'm telling you to imagine simply how they hurt you in a scary environment. And when you do that, the scary environment is you, okay? the scary environment becomes your ally. And it becomes, if there is something that is making a little noise, or some shadow in the dark, like, I'm just telling you that it is your own mind. Your own mind is the scary environment. And so take advantage of that. Take advantage of that, okay? It feels relieving, and I believe that it is effective to do like that. So I know it's very odd, but I'm telling you anyways. Try it, okay? So every person has their own limit, like what kind of scary environment. It doesn't matter like how scary environment in comparison to someone else, The only important thing is that you feel a bit uncomfortable in an environment. And this uncomfortable, scary environment becomes your ally, okay? Is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to think wider. You have to think and allow yourself to see people that hurt you, that are trying to hide it. Some people try to hide it, some people try to, and they're going to do it for all of your life, probably. And just see it. And it can even be people that you're very, very close to, that it shouldn't happen, It shouldn't be like that. And so I'm not telling you, I'm not saying that you should have evil thoughts. No, I'm not telling you to think, to conspire plans here. No, I'm telling you to process things that hurt in a scary environment. That's what I'm saying. And I'm telling you that I believe it is more effective than you can imagine, I think it really has an effect on some mystical plane, okay? Let's say like that, because as I said, the scary environment is your own mind. It is your own perception of like, in some sense you can only perceive what is within you. You can only see what you can imagine, you know you know what I mean? And so make the scary environment your ally, and be comfortable, because I'm very comfortable actually, but because this world is a nightmare, okay? It is. Don't try to imagine that this world is not a nightmare, because it is, okay? And I believe that there are good-hearted people, but also I'm not, it is it is a life draining fest, that where people compete in draining each other's life force, and who can do it the most, who can hurt the other person the most. Sadly, that's how it is. And it is like, how do you succeed in a nightmarish scenario. How do you succeed? Well, you definitely don't pretend that it's not a nightmare. Okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm not pretending that this is not a nightmare. It is. It has its good. It has good highlights. It has good things also. Especially lately for me, it has some good things. I can tell you that. But it's so clear that this is a nightmare, guys. And the nightmare is, I would say that the nightmare is the people, the like regular humans, and the people that you are close to, your most, like, I don't know, like all people. Okay, so why am I doing this video? Well, an identity be cannot I don't know how to say. I guess I'm an identity reaching out to the world. That's it. And I have hope, even though this is a nightmare and there's no question about it. I have hope. That's what I have. And I see a light in the horizon, even though that, yeah, it's a nightmare. No question about it. Okay. Make the scary environment your ally. But it's a controlled, scary environment. Not a dangerous environment. I'm not talking about danger here. I'm talking about an uncomfortable environment of that invites to nightmares. Like in the scary woods. That's what I do. And think about people that hurt you. Just think about it and focus on that. Think about it, okay? Don't forget about it. Don't do that. And don't name call people, don't gaslight people. Don't do these things that the Bible says, basically. Don't misrepresent people. I think even though you do these good things, you have to be yeah. As I said, I see hope, even though this is a nightmare. I repeat, it's a nightmare, right? And there is I'm prepared to have the entire world as my um, secret conspirer that conspires against me. I'm prepared that this is the case, that there is not, yeah, you know. And I see signs of this, you know. I see this behavior, you know. I can identify it with a sober mind, you know. I can think soberly about this clearly and see the agendas and things like that. And yeah, I think it's, I have to say again, I want to end this video by saying that it's really positive. It's really positive to be able to identify at least how I see things, okay? My experience, I think it's very positive and very correct conclusion to see this as a nightmare, okay? It's very correct. It's very correct. And for me, it's very good that I feel that there is hope. And there's hope. And for me, when I'm the weakest, when I am the weakest, when I have the lowest points of my strength, you know, the lowest, when I'm the most susceptible and to negative things and negative input, you know, when things are the hardest for me, that's when I'm the most attacked. Exclusive, like, that's how it is. When I'm weak, I'm attacked. I accept. I accept this. Okay. See you guys.